In a way that says LA County DA's
Thank you.
investigators showed up to the scene Monday night in South LA, and after a brief conversation, the sheriff said he wasn't satisfied with how the DA's office planned to prosecute.
I believe their plan was to just prosecute
That's
simple murder
powerful.
with no gun enhancements, no gang enhancements, nothing. And that did not really cover the depravity of this crime.
In a way that says the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office will charge the 3 gang members and 1 associate with violent crimes in aid of racketeering, which carries the death penalty. At the Hall of Justice, Steve Gregory, Kfi News.
Police say a woman was stabbed to death in a furniture store in the Hancock Park area of L.A. yesterday afternoon. The woman was alone in the store where she worked about 2 p.m. when she was attacked by a man. Surveillance video shows a black man wearing a black hoodie, skinny jeans, dark shoes, and a white N95 mask carrying a backpack. Police say the killer took off through the back door and went into the alley. L.A. Mayor Garcetti says despite a spike in violent crime last year, L.A. still has fewer homicides than most all major cities in America.
Look at the last 10 years, which is the safest decade on record in LA's history. As recently as 2019, when our homicide rate was the lowest since 1962.
Garcetti says even though violent crime went up, burglary, sexual assaults, and petty theft all went down. He says a bigger investment in the LAPD and more community partnerships are key to preventing future crime. Health Director Barbara Ferrer says the Omicron variant has become the #1 variant in LA County. Ferrer says the number of hospitalizations and deaths continue upward.
The death rate among those unvaccinated is approximately 5.5 deaths per 100,000 people. Among the fully vaccinated, the death rate is approximately less than 1 death per 100,000 people for the same period.
Ferrer says more than 95% of people infected with the virus have Omicron. The LA Zoo will require people to make a reservation starting tomorrow. Reservations can be made online. Tickets will be emailed. The closing time is 3:45, and the zoo requires proof of full COVID-19 vaccination or a negative test within 72 hours. An Orange County Sheriff's Sergeant's been accused of perjury in connection with the county's evidence booking and jailhouse snitch scandals. Assistant Public Defender Scott Sanders says Sergeant Jonathan Larson admitted he lied about booking evidence on time, but testified he planned to book it later.
You can't write false reports and say, okay, I know I did it, but it's no problem because I was going to make it right in the future. That doesn't work for anybody else other than a police officer.
Sanders says he also plans to show Larson lied about his involvement with jailhouse snitches. The OC Sheriff's Department has declined to comment. And an Orange County judge could be censured, admonished, or removed from his position because of a murder case involving an LA County Sheriff's deputy.
A stolen stove fell out of a man's truck in 2006, causing a multi-car crash that ended up killing the deputy. The thief was convicted of murder. Judge Mike Murray was the prosecutor. The Commission on Judicial Performance alleges Murray should have informed the defense about a CHP report that claimed the deputy was speeding. That report was somehow destroyed. The man's first-degree murder charge was eventually dropped to involuntary manslaughter on appeal. Murray's lawyer did not respond to a request for comment. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
Let's take a look on your drive on the 210.
All right, we'll try and be the voice of calm here, but boy, this is a big deal. You don't want to be here. Duarte, 210, west of the 605, in between the 605 and Buena Vista. Only one lane is open in both directions. It's been working since pre-dawn. The eastbound back up through Myrtle and building towards Santa Anita. Westbound from Citrus, building back to the 57. Also affected here is the north 605 to the 210. It's just an absolute mess here. Now, westbound alternatives, you got to make a move here. Use the west end. It's real slow coming away from Azusa to the 605, but at least all lanes are open. Westbound Foothill through the Santa Fe Dam, bordering on gridlock. Westbound Arrow Highway, slightly better. The Trek, if you can get on or back on the West 210 at Buena Vista or Mountain, you're all set. Now, the eastbound 10, by the way, is just wide open from the 710, 605, 57, all the way out. Most of our other freeways, inland, Orange County, LA, most of the other ones are in pretty good shape. This is a bad one. If you did an accident, visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. Jeff KFI in the sky.
Major League Baseball spring training might not start as scheduled after yesterday's meeting between the league and Players Association ended after only 1 hour of discussion. The players said they'll respond to what the league presented, but they didn't give any timeline for such a response. In basketball, the Clippers were devoured by the New Orleans Pelicans. The score there, 113 to 89. LA was held to under 35 points in the first half for the second game in a row. I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports. Life is stressful, just different kinds of stress. I mean, COVID presented a whole new one. But what is the best way or a great way to deal with stress is just getting good night's sleep. Yesterday we did a story on this. A good night's sleep just helps you with the next day. A bad night's sleep is exactly the opposite. So let me suggest you contact the folks that created my bed, the Sleep Number bed. I've been on it for 14 years. And the bed does give you great sleep when you really need it. And you can adjust each side of the bed, your ideal firmness level, comfort, support. I've changed my number several times, and it happens to be 100. I like a firm mattress. And now, through January 17th, so you have 3 more days, the lowest price of the season. Save up to $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 smart beds. Plus, this weekend, special financing and free premium delivery when you add a base. It ends Monday. And you can get a bed only at Sleep Number stores or sleepnumber.com. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments required. Go to sleepnumber.com for details. There are 30 stores in Southern California, including the Westfield, Topanga, Mission Viejo, Sherman Oaks, Whittier. Sleep Number is the official sleep and wellness partner of the Los Angeles Rams.
We've weathered this pandemic by doing our part to protect each other. So let's stick to what's proven to keep us safer from COVID-19 and its variants, like masking up in public indoor settings, getting tested before and after traveling and gathering, and staying home if you feel sick. Let's keep our immunity strong. Visit myturn.ca.gov or call 833-422-4255 to find a vaccine or booster near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Your KFI financial report. This morning, the Dow is down 174, S&P is down 7, NASDAQ is up 29, and the average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in California is $4.65. Your SoCal weather from KFI. Looks like we've got a mostly cloudy day today and tomorrow. We've got a high wind advisory that starts at 9 this morning, lasts till 3 tomorrow afternoon. Highs both days will be in the mid-60s to low 70s. Sunday, we should see some more sunshine. Right now, it's 50 in Orange, 54 in Dana Point, 55 in Glendora, 52 in Malibu. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
KFI AM 640, Bill Handel here on a Friday, January the 14th. We are covering a lot of major story. Novak Djokovic, the Australian, or probably the number 1 tennis player in the world right now, has now been, again, refused entry into Australia for the Australian Open. It's going back and forth. I think he's not going to go into Australia. He's in quarantine right now. I talk about America all the time, and for most people, and I think it's fair to say, believe that America is the greatest country in the world. I tend to agree. However, that phrase, well, what does that mean? I mean, do you define the greatest country in the world by economic opportunity? Number 1. Do you describe it by infant mortality? Number 24. Do you define it by education? Down on the list. It's what is the greatest country in the world? And you know my problem with the United States, as I love this country and it's my adopted country, is the fact that on the medical side, it's one of 2 major industrial countries in the world that do not offer any kind of national health, do not offer health coverage across the country. Another thing that America does not mandate is sick pay. You know that people are. I get handled on the news section all the time. I took sick and my boss didn't pay me for the time I was out. Right? Well, so what do? Do I have recourse? No, you don't, because there is no mandatory sick leave. There's no mandatory vacation. Now, there is mandatory maternity leave, but you cannot get paid for it.
For big
If the company doesn't want to.
For
So why is that important now? Well, because how many millions of people, tens of millions of people have gotten COVID? and have been mandated to self-isolate by their own companies and by government. And so even though the mandate now, it's not even a mandate, well, even if it is, it really doesn't matter because it's completely non-enforceable. The government went from 10 days CDC recommendations to 10 days down to 5 days. But for many, many Americans,
This mark. The people you see every day. The people.
Familiarize yourself with the 2011 Acura RL. The elegantly designed 2011 Acura RL refines comfort and luxury through a well-detailed interior and smooth yet powerful ride.
A 3.7-liter V6 engine pairs with a sophisticated 6-speed automatic transmission, and for added security, dynamic stability control supplements the drivetrain.
Acura perfected each and every component on the exterior surface. This vehicle achieves a sporty stance when viewed from all angles. Acura's keyless access system can lower windows, open the moonroof, and store your preferred seating position for added luxury. You can rely on ultra-bright xenon headlights to keep the roadway illuminated.
The well-appointed cabin prioritizes storage and convenience. You'll notice that the headroom and legroom make even the longest drives enjoyable. Acura prioritized comfort and style by including xenon high-intensity discharge lighting, full iPod integration, and seat memory. The available Acura navigation system features a new display and voice recognition with continuously updated traffic and weather information. The optional rear view camera helps you see what's behind you when reversing.
The Bose surround sound system plays through 10 well-crafted speakers and is powered by a 260-watt amplifier. The 2011 Acura RL, modernizing the full-size four-door with grace and precision.
dreams. Future vows, robbery sentiment. Darkness and Faza was ready right there. TRST, Suburban's Daredevil. APG, Marvel Pencil. Sorry, 675. More nice. Behind. Disney Plus. Top face is your cruise control. This is just back off face just interior space. Top face is your cruise control. Okay, now it's depending on trimsters. Now it's depending on trimsters. What producer? Now it's depending on trimsters. Trees. Now it's depending on trimsters. Trees. Yeah, more. The band is true. Now it's depending on trimsters. So that. What is the other side of Jesus say? You don't say. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy, nurse. Which is ours, depending on our trimsters. Undo it. Don't report. Hotel tours not making love. Get to the outside. please. The tray hitch and others, depending on trim station. In case the tray hitch and others, depending on trim station. For general performance. The following features are recorded. Increased. As you proceed, you could set hands and reduce the noise vibration. 6 passengers very comfortably face the generous interior space. Top features include cruise control, rear parking sensors, and others depending on trim station.